Hello, everyone. Excalibur Team 1. Okay. And Jack says, hello, Mehran, first again. Are you first? Looks like Excalibur is beat you to it today. And Excalibur says, hello, bro, what's up? Oh, I'm your bro now, eh? Or are you talking to Jack? uh, Chula says, hello, hello, dear. What did you hear? It sounded like a shower. Oh, maybe I was preparing tea. Probably so. That must be a very strong mic that can hear that little bit of a faucet trying to clean my glasses that had some foggy stuff on it. It's clean now. Now, Jack says I clicked on notification of the live stream. So now, where is your efforts, guys, to get the rest of the people that you know come online and we expand this channel? If it's going to be only 4 or 5 people every time, then might as well I wait and do it once a month instead of every day. So we need to have some kind of exposure that can only come from word of mouth or your social media arrangements and promotions to help the channel to grow. Just think about that for a second till I prepare my concoction of the cranberry juice and the beet crystals from Germany powder. It's supposed to be very good for you. So I hope you guys have your tea or coffee on your side, beside you. So when you get bored from some of the things that takes long to deliver, then you'll have a sip of it and you'll forget all about it. Okay. So let's see if I have a question here yet. Yeah, that's right. That was a sink. I'm trying to clean my glasses. But it was way away from where I am now. I wonder, either you guys have a real good ears or my microphone is quite dandy. Thank you, Jack. He says, I never get bored. Excalibur says, is there such a thing as second father figure? Because that's what Mehran is to me, at least. That's a great compliment. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hope to be of some help in opening the tangles of the mind in negotiation of the events of your daily lives, which we all can use some help from time to time, regardless of who we are, what age we're at. So guys, let's see who's going to shoot the first question. And X says, why not I have Says, why not? I have a very good ear and the mic is awesome too. All right, all right. So who's going to be brave enough to throw in a good question? And remember, guys, seriously, if we want to grow, you guys need to, and if you guys think this is valuable to you, and the fact that is there for everyone around the world to enjoy and take benefit from it, it's like a complimentary session of discussion and chat about world events in regards to your personal lives and personal challenges. So I think if everyone finds it worthwhile, it would be a good idea to have a little plan of promoting it or talking about it and getting the word out. By the way, the t-shirts are actually designed and they look nice. And I'm waiting for the links to come to me so I can somehow put a video on it and maybe send the links or somehow show it or send you guys to the link and so on. However, but we do need to be a little bit more aggressive in being populated. If we are a good channel, if we are worthy, if we are helpful, then we need to be able to reach more people. And for that, I need you guys to act on it. Share it on your social media. Maybe the post that I put on Facebook page, just copy the post, share it, and let others know, put it on your social media so they'll be aware of that there is such a thing, and then they will follow it and find the Facebook page, and they will like the page, and they will be aware of where the posts, when the live talks will take place and where. So let's see. Excalibur says, oh yes, I have a question. So I notice when I'm very sweet to my girlfriend, she's not as sweet to me. Yes, that's an unfortunate personal shortcomings of most human beings, as when they're not paid too much attention to, they feel that there's something valuable about the person who's not paying attention to them, because they have been conditioned to be hungry for receiving attention and affirmation. And the attention has become a currency of value, measuring your value. And that has happened since you were a child, and you were constantly conditioned to seek that affirmation, valuation, by a smile, by a pat on the back, by there, you're such a good boy, or whatever the way it was that you felt. You're confirmed, you're affirmed, you're approved. And that has become a natural default conditioning of you, that even to this day, you're looking for it. And when someone is not kind so much, or not pleasant, or paying attention to you, you seek that as if it's such an important thing that makes a difference to who you are or how you feel about yourself. By having some idiot out there who him or herself is looking for somebody else to affirm them, to pay attention to them so they will feel good about themselves, yet you're looking for them to affirm you when they're looking for somebody else to affirm them. So it's all just a conditioning nonsense that we have been turned into seek all day long. And when we see that the girlfriend is not paying attention, we seek it more. So when you're paying lots of attention to your girlfriend, she feels confident, and she feels like, well, I'm not really that much. I don't think I'm that hot, or that sophisticated, or that important, or that valuable, or that accomplished. So if this guy is paying so much attention to me, maybe he's not much himself. Otherwise, he wouldn't pay so much attention to me, who I don't think I'm much myself. So that's a kind of a inner monologue that goes into their mind. So when you pay enough attention to the, balanced attention to your girlfriend, well, she's fine and she still reciprocates. When you pay too much attention, she feels confident and she wants to keep that image that you have now created in your mind about her, because she thinks now you think she's really high up there. That's why you're paying attention to her. And she wants to keep that. So she doesn't let you feel that it really makes her feel good and she really appreciates it. She wants to keep a certain image of, you know, keeping you hungry, that I'm better than you. So keep it coming. And then in that kind of a behavior, she eventually loses interest, because she will buy into her own thoughts about, oh, I'm really hot, I'm really that special because he's paying so much attention to me. And then that means he's not so much because I'm too good for him. Now she starts buying into that herself. so then eventually a breakup may happen because of all that illusion or egoistic feelings about ourselves. So, and you can see yourself, when your girlfriend doesn't pay attention to you, you feel you want that attention more and you want to be nicer to her just to get that attention from her, that affirmation, that elusive psychological security that she'll stay with you, she affirms you, she's with you, she's not going anywhere. But when she does pay so much attention to you, wouldn't you feel overconfident that, oh, maybe I'm really good, maybe I can even afford to check out other girls because I got this one. And this is exactly how it feels for her. When you're too sweet to her, she feels she's really way up there, maybe, you know, out of your league. And she starts believing in that nonsense, instead of just focusing on the fact that how wonderful you are and what a nice boyfriend that, you know, pays so much attention to her. And instead, she will start running away with that thought of her grandeur. So bring it to balance. Just don't be too sweet, don't be too bitter, just be yourself. Don't be too sweet, because that's also selfishness, meaning you want to actually have all her attention to you and you're expecting something back with all these efforts that you make. So just don't require that much attention from her. Then you will not present too much attention to her. If you don't require that much attention from her, you're okay with that, then you wouldn't feel that you have to spend so much attention on her. Because one of the reasons that you're paying so much attention to her is because you want that kind of attention back from her. So it's like a bribe. Don't do that. Just be yourself. Be a nice guy. Communicate. Learn about each other. Enjoy. Do activities. And don't go overboard, you know. You buy roses for her once in a while. It's really nice. You buy roses for her every day. She feels like, oh, you know, what's the roses? I'm better than roses. I'm having it every day. So it's nothing special. So these are unfortunate shortcomings of human being, which either you got to find someone who will appreciate the roses every day even and will not get a big head, or you just tailor it off and bring balance to your attentions that you pay to your girlfriend. Okay, that was a long answer for a short question. Let's see what else we have here. Marielos, hello dear. She says, hello Mehran, good day. Thank you, good of you to join. And Excalibur says, but when I give her little attention, she can't get enough of. Yeah, we discussed that right now, I think, in detail. And Jack says, people are missing out by not knowing about your work, Mehran. That's how I see it. Well, I happen to agree with you. And since I do agree with you, that means get off your chair, guys, and promote the channel. When I put a post on the Facebook page, copy that post, put it on your social media and promote it, at least, or some of the videos that you like, put it on social media. And if you don't want people to think that you're going through breakup, or you don't want anybody to know about that, that's why you're not posting the videos that you like on your social media, I understand that. Then at least go to my playlist called The Psyche and pick up the things that you like about that, because that is not about breakup. It's about really how the psyche works. Things about ego, desire, fear, thoughts, and consciousness. All these things, the videos, you find them and place them on your, post them on your social media. That way, at least, we get to be more known around the world, and hopefully the channel will grow, because that's my intention. So I need your help, guys, and I am sure you will do something about it. Now, Mariolas says, sorry, I think you've spoken about this before, but not sure. How would you define love? Okay. Well, I'm definitely sure I've spoken about this in the videos on the channel, and I recommend that you just search the word love on the channel videos, because I really don't think I remember. It's something funny about I guess my the way it happens, that when you guys ask questions, I don't have a set answer in mind to give you. The answer simply, my brain simply goes in there and finds all the relevant points of information and analytical abilities that are information that is there, and brings about the answer. So when you ask me the same question one more time, I probably won't be able to give the same answer. It will be different. So that's why I don't really remember what I have said in some videos and some topics, because when I said it, there was, most of the time, 90% of the time, there was no notes or anything. It just comes as it is thought through, or as it is being sown. It's very freshly knit discussion. So right now, what I'm going to be saying about your question could be very different than what I've said in the videos about this topic, or could be some similarities. So because I don't really know how elaborate the videos compared to what I'm about to say is, I recommend that you definitely search for that on the playlist or on the videos on the channel, and you will find a number of references which will be maybe more elaborate and detailed about what I'm about to say here about love. This question of love is very interesting, because you gotta understand, what do you mean when you say love? There are different levels that I can talk about it. Love to me are different kinds of love, of course. Romantic love, love for your children, love for your parents, love for your spouse, and love for life and love for you. And then you go beyond and say, in general, love is where there is no me. When there is no me, there is no recognition of me. There is no awareness of me. That's where love exists. Because love is in the absence of you putting yourself ahead of everything else in this life. That's where the state of love is. Love is a frequency. And one of the reasons that people really like sex is that at the time of climax, there is no awareness of you. There is no awareness of me. There is no recognition of difference between you and the energy and the universe and nature and anything else. It's all nothing and everything. And no consciousness, no thought. Thought is out of consciousness. Time stops. Nothing is there, but everything is included. That's why people are so hooked on searching for love and intimacy, because that's one point in their life that they don't have to worry about anything, that they're one with everything, that nothing bothers them, because everything stops, nothing exists, and everything is all together. Now, coming out of that definition, coming to a different love, the fact that there is no me, that's where love resides, that's where love resides. But then the question is, how can you actually say what love is when your whole definition of love is crooked? Because look, you say you love of your country, love of your wife or husband, or love of your whatever it is that you love. You talk about love being such an amazing level of emotions and care. Yet for that love, you say, I'm going to kill the other person. So you kill for your country. You kill for your, the love of your religion. You killed for the love of your customs and traditions. So how could love and killing, how could killing be present in the mind of a person who says, I love something? Because the state of love is the state of no me. When there's no me, then there's no need to kill anything for you, because you've recognized a higher energy, love. But yet from one point you say, I love, and then from the other point you say, because I love this, I'm going to kill other ones. But they love something themselves. So if you see, we really don't appreciate and understand what love is. When you're in a state of love, that means you can't be killing, you can't be harming. But yet you use the excuse of love to harm others or destroy other countries, people, beliefs. So then we go to the other discussion about love. Do you love, when you say you love your girlfriend or you love your boyfriend, do you love her? Do you really love her? Or do you love the idea of having a girlfriend? Do you love her, or do you love what she does for you? Or a girl really loves her boyfriend, or a woman really loves her husband, or does she love what he provides for her? Is it the services and the benefits you receive from your love? Or do you love that person? Do you know that person to love her? Or do you love the intimacy, the lust, the pleasure that you receive from your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it is that you say, I love? Then you use the same word as in loose forms. I love this game. I love this apple. I love ice cream. The whole thing, this word love is being used in such ways that everybody's confused what the hell love is. So if you really understand the word love with the things that we just talked about, you may be able to actually use different words for when you always use the same word, love. Now, of course, there's a lot more to talk about this subject, but I know I better stop it here before it goes on for the rest of the hour here. So I hope it's something for you to ponder on. Let's see, now I think it was Marielos who asked this question. I hope it's something for you to put your teeth into it and ponder a little bit. And Excalibur said, oh, okay, here's the truth, Mehran. The channels you see with millions of subscribers, the vast majority of them are picked by YouTube because they use them, make tons of money with advertisers, etc. Most channels that are worthy to me have 10K or less, and sometimes it takes them many years to go beyond 20K. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But regardless of what YouTube does, people are not stupid. When no matter how much advertisement is out there about a product, people go buy the product or look at the product. If it doesn't do what it says, then they won't buy it. So no matter what YouTube or any other, however these channels got to have that many viewers, people are not stupid. When they see the content, and if it's not helping them, if it doesn't address the challenge they have in their psyche, it doesn't help them to understand how their thoughts and consciousness, fear, ego, and desire are connected and are interrelated, and they're interacting with each other. What the role of all those fragments of their consciousness is in how they feel and how they act and react in their negotiation of their day-to-day events of their life, then they won't continue. And they will supposedly find my channel and then be a little bit more satisfied in seeing that it actually helps them to know how they tick. And that's really the most important thing. The number of things every day you encounter, which if you really know why you feel that way, and if it's a negative feeling, if it's anger and anxiety or whatever it is, and you know why it is, where it's coming from, then you will actually be at peace and say, okay, it doesn't have to be that way because I know where it is. It's not like a divine sentence on me, or it's not like I have to react this way. It's just because of this, and that. And when you see it, then it doesn't have that mystic to it, and it falls apart, and you're free. And that's what I'm hoping to have more people to realize and then be attracted to the truth of how they're put together, the knowledge of who they are, not some, there, you'll be fine, it'll all pass. I mean, these are, anyhow. Let's go to the next question and see. Do we have a question? Are we run out? Have we run out? Oh, no, we haven't. And Excalibur says, so pretty much like dangling a ball of thread in front of a cat. Once it gets it gets bored. Oh, you were talking about that question that I think Jack asked about attention to girlfriend. I think it was. And Jack says, Mehran does what is said on the tin. I don't get that. I came across your channel by random. I'm glad that you see, Jack found us by random, and I wonder why random. That means we are not that visible. I know in Europe I'm quite visible. Apparently some of the subscribers told me that when they click on breakup, I'm #1 that comes up on YouTube. But in North America, I think I'm hidden somewhere. All good things are hidden, that's why. Now, David says, David is a new name, I think, but maybe I don't remember. Maybe he hasn't been to our live talk so often, so his name is not so familiar. However, he says, so I watched your video, The Observed and the Observer, and so basically the awareness that watches passing thoughts during meditation is just another thought / ego itself. Awareness that watches passing thought during meditation. Well, that's the watcher, that's the controller, which, as we discussed on that video, controller is the controlled. The watcher is made from the watched. So the watcher is the watched. Observer is the observed. So the observer, the controller, the watcher is redundant. It's all thoughts. We all think that consciousness is where thought roams around and picks up thought that is born from consciousness. Yet consciousness itself, we discussed in that video, is made out of thoughts. And then we went back and discussed how thought was born, how consciousness was put together. Then we realized the connection between the two. Then we analyzed which is which. Is thoughts made by the controller? Is the controlled comes from controller, or the controller actually is made by the thoughts? So that was a very interesting video. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you actually meditate, if you are doing the meditation to a level that is the level you want to reach, at that time, one of the most important reasons for meditation for me is that when you're meditating correctly and get to a level that you're supposed to, that is when thought exits the consciousness. And when thought exits the consciousness, it's no longer in the memory. Memory is the past. Or you conjure up things and to fly into the future, and neither one exists at that time, and the thought itself is out of consciousness, so the time stops. Not just time stops, thought doesn't exist anymore. Only one kind, and that's what you're doing on the meditation. And then to the point that even that dissolves, there's actually no thought. That's when thought is out of consciousness, no thought, thought stops, time stops, because time is thought. And on that discussion, I think it would be helpful to know why meditation is all that so important. It will help us to train our mind to always be able to be at the present moment, the now, instead of constantly like a gypsy going all around everywhere, in the memory, in the past, conjuring up some of the future. And that elusive and the illusion of future is still happening in the consciousness. Meditation helps us to take the thoughts out of consciousness and be free from it all and see life for the first time, when we have trained the mind to always be at the present and in the moments of now. Now, before we get too lost in that discussion, let's move on to the next question. Excalibur says, I'm actually glad I went through a breakup 2.5 years ago because I discovered Mehran. So I should use that logo as my official advertisement on my site and all over. Well, thank you very much, but his pebble analogy flipped my my pain upside down, and his other ideas are very interesting and worth pondering. Wow. Excalibur, you're officially going to be considered as as one of the promotional agents for this channel. Thank you, thank you. Let me just take a short break and have a sip of this to compose myself. And I'm back. So, we had another question here. I believe that was coming. Jack says, I got to go, Mehran. Stay healthy and stay up. Oh, thank you very much. And that's a good thing to remind me that I also need to end this session here so I can get to other appointments as well before I forgot all about them. Having so much fun here. Excalibur says, so Mehran, I gotta find the sweet spot between sweet and neutral. Yes. Also, when she sees me with another girl, even if just talking, her attention is doubled for the next week or so. Well, yeah, you know, but you don't need to, kind of tease each other or bring that kind of a question in each other's mind in order to gain some more attention. It should actually be through understanding the uselessness of these kind of tactics and focusing on really enjoying each other's time and getting to know each other and growing. And if it doesn't work, well, then that means it wasn't the right time for either one of your stage of development, and then you'll go on and find somebody else. But it's not that person, it's probably the time and development stage that you guys would be at, which helps you to look at a relationship differently rather than the way you're looking at it maybe now, and that would help to bond because both are looking at it at a different angle and in a different level and intention. Now, Excalibur says you gotta love the female psyche. Okay. Now, Marius Suru says you have an evil laughter, Mehran. We all do. We all do. We all do. Okay. David B says thank you, Mehran. Greeting from Texas. You're quite welcome, David. And Excalibur says that was sick laugh. Yes, I know. So now, let me see if I can catch up and finish so we can all go, and it's time for me also to end this. So, last one, Marielos says, I've got to get your name right. Marielos says, I would really like to be in a romantic relationship, but I don't know how to improve my self-esteem, and I know I should be alone until I resolve that. How may I do that? Well, it's like saying I don't want to go to tennis court and play tennis until I'm really good at it. Well, how are you going to be good at it if you don't go into the court and hit those silly shots and learn how the angle of the racket was, how far your elbow was from your body, what your balance was it backward or forward, were you positioned right, and were you hitting it with stepping forward, energy forward. All these are not theories that you can simply get them all down pat. It's about mind and body coordination. So you understand how it's done, but you got to now do it physically, so your mind actually makes your body do it the way that the mind knows is right, and the body has to train it to get it by default to be automatically always a synchronized and perfect position to make and hit that ball. And the same thing with these relationships. You can't wait until you're so confident by yourself and all that so forth, then you want to know. It's always going to be some question in your mind. So just go in, see how it is, be yourself, see what the interactions is. The other person that you're actually so apprehensive about, or think that you're not confident, or self-esteem of yours is not high enough to meet them, who are they? Another joker who just like the rest of us, who's trying to learn his way in this universe. So they're not no Aristotle or the know-it-all. They're just another person. So go in there and don't be worried about who they are. Just be yourself. They're just as nonsense as you, or as wonderful as you, or the rest of us. So there is nothing for you to worry about your self-esteem, or to want to show off anything as if they are the top end of the self-esteem. No, everybody has some kind of an image, or they put up a show and they look like they have got this confidence thingy done, that everybody's got lack of confidence or high confidence different times, depending on what the venue is. So don't worry about that, and don't worry about them. Who the heck are they? They're no better than you. So think of it that way, and then just go and see how you guys can enjoy each other, bond and connect and interact and communicate. That's it. You don't have to impress anybody or yourself, or be in a certain kind of a whatever echelon to measure up. You do measure up. Every one of us does, whatever the word is. So now let's see. Marius Suru says, what do you think of distant relationship? Awful. It's just not good. Because there's a mind that you can please it and settle it by connections and, you know, emails or phone calls or Skype or this and that. But then there's also the physical part of our entity that wants to be involved as well in that relationship, and that won't happen. And eventually you guys put so much energy and time in it, and then one of you meets somebody else close by, which you think is going to fulfill all the mental images and mental hopes and encouragements that you've received from each other on the long distance base, and you meet somebody close by, you think that that person is going to fulfill all that image that you have created and hopes that you've created, and then you kind of break up with the long distance one and you choose the one that is in close proximity, you know, physically close proximity in the same town or area. And then so it just leads into having wasted all that energy for a long distance relationship, which really never comes together, or hardly ever does. It's just logistically very challenging. So I really recommend against it. Put your hopes and energy into someone that you can have a balance of mind and physical interactions. And you can go to a coffee shop, you can go to a tea shop, you can go to a restaurant, you can see each other's behavior in action in real life, rather than just that hour or two a day that you're on Skype, or you're on however it is that you are best foot forward, and no interaction with anything else. You can't really see each other's functioning in real life and in front of real challenges or real social events or real social challenges, and you just see each other best foot forward, all spiffied up and laughing, ha ha ha, and miss you darling, miss you this and that, because it's true, you miss each other because you haven't, you know, been in touch. But being together, then that physical connection is connected, and then it's no longer an encouragement, or no longer an issue. And then you will be more focused on the consciousness level, and then you'll see you don't have much in common. Because while you're on long distance communication, most of your attention while you're talking, you think that you're bonding on consciousness level, but really your encouragement is because of your physical intimacy needs and interest toward each other, because you don't have enough of it. You know, it's like, you know, wanting an apple and not having any apple in the stores. And as soon you're constantly seeing an apple's picture in the store, but there is no apple there for you. So you really think apple is the best of the best. But once the, you know, truck arrives and brings all these apples, and these apples are in the stores for months and months, and always loads of them, you can always get one and eat one, then apple doesn't seem to be as high and mighty as before, because it's always available. And then now you say, oh, I should have focused on the nutritional values of apple, which I never did. So you kind of, you know, now you find yourself that unless you bond on that consciousness level, which you don't do it when you are in a long distance relationship, because you're mostly focusing on your needs and of intimacy and pleasure, and, you know, all the good things you tell each other, until you really see each other function in a real society, real life challenges and day-to-day events, and then you can see who you really are, each one of you. So I really don't think it's the best way of having a relationship. That's my 2 bits on that. Okay, now let's see, have I caught up? There's only 2 more. So Excalibur says, I have to run. Okay, good. So do I. Thank you for great answers as usual and for running. Okay, hello. Okay, peace and good. Okay, dear, have a good one. And May says, hey Mehran, I recently broke up with my girlfriend of nearly 2 years. Should I keep the photos? Thank you. If you guys have tried and it hasn't come to any reconciliation and you guys have moved on forward, at the moment you can just bundle up the photos and put it somewhere that is not visible for you. It's not, you know, so accessible, like it's not on the table, and keep it there in a box or some kind underneath other papers and whatnot. Just keep it there, and eventually, you know, then when time passes and you've moved on and everything is cool, then you may see that it really doesn't have any value. You can keep it or you can throw it away. But the pictures don't do anything. Just put them somewhere and out of your, you know, field of vision. That's all. Okay, guys, I think we have had a good 48-50 minutes of talk, and it was fruitful. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, you can go on to your rest of your evening or day, wherever you are. Please take good care of yourself and to the others. Make sure you do visit the Facebook page and my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, and do take advantage of the ebooks that we have there, and promote the videos that you like on your social media, or the posts that I put for the live talks on your social media, to have the channel have more exposure, and we could be more popular, and others will get to know about our work. Be good to yourself and to the others. I talk to you soon, and thank you for being here with me, and bye for now.